Everyone, it's Kit Carson here in front of Angelina's Pizza, and I meet the most interesting people in the world. I sit here and I talk to the rock stars, the heroes, and the gods all night long. It's what I do, and today's no exception. It's a beautiful day in downtown Key West, and I have this fine gentleman with me right now that I want the world to get to know. Tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Everybody wants to sit with Kit. Yeah.
Kit, my name is Doug Gardner.
Doug Gardner?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, Doug.
I go by Scoober Doug.
Scoober Doug.
My street name.
Got some street cred?
I got a little street cred building up. Yes, sir, I do.
How long have you been in Key West?
I've lived here full time for 8 years.
8 years.
I moved here. I've been coming here for 30 on and off.
For 30 on and off. I kind of remember when you moved here, kind of, sort of. Hey, look, Scoober Doug.
Hey,
we got, I don't know what they are.
We got tadpoles coming.
Tadpoles, frogs.
Hey!
Oh, it's leap day. What were we thinking? There must be a parade. There's got to be a parade.
Amazing.
So, Doug, you've been here for 8 years.
Yes, sir.
And you're from what, Melbourne?
I'm originally from Vero Beach.
Vero Beach. There we go.
I did some 4 years in the military, and I'm the second youngest of 10 brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
And I followed my mommy to Vero Beach when I got out. At the age of 26, I had started a family and a business, and it became very successful. Yeah. I sold it for a good chunk of change. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you've been comfortable down here.
I've been doing okay, but as you know, I'm always a worker. You might see me ride by with a 2x6 or 12 foot cut in half on my scooter.
Yeah,
so
right.
I've done a lot of
Key West truck
things, all types of work. Handyman involved, I guess.
Your business was, you were a handyman extraordinaire, weren't you?
Yes, sir, I was.
Your business, I recall you telling me when I first met you, but I forget you.
I do.
Some property maintenance or something?
Property maintenance and management. And do additions on for homeowners. Whatever they need, I take care of it.
Yeah.
I show up, which is #1 in this town. And
I think that's anywhere in the world nowadays.
I'm 100% sober. That's even better.
Show up and then sober, that's like a bonus, man.
That's the bonus.
Wow, that is a bonus.
I actually had a customer say to me once, if you show up and you're half drunk, you still get the job. I says, I got a better package for you. I'll be 100% sober.
You know what? It's crazy, but we've lowered the bar so much.
Yes.
But
it's sad because there is a lot of wonderful people out here, and they get caught up in the mix. We all have demons in us.
Oh, of course.
And apparently, sometimes they come out and they want to party too.
Yeah, they just want to be seen.
That's all. So I did this past August. I stepped down from the Lost Weekend Liquor Store, which is part of the Bull, the Whistle, and the Rooftop, Garden of Eden.
Yep.
After 6 years, I was burnt out. I had enough.
Yeah.
So as I'm sitting on my porch twiddling my thumbs, I said, what is my next adventure going to be?
Uh-oh, here it goes.
Well, there was something marinating in my mind from 5 years ago when they shut down Key West due to COVID.
Yep.
It happened all over the country, all over the world.
Yep. You know, they have no class and no couth.
Yes. Hey, I invite everybody.
It's my people.
They get the word out too.
Yes, they do.
So basically, I offer a delivery service with no fees. Because if you remember, during COVID, Uber Eats, DoorDash, they all popped up out of the woodwork.
And they fucking killed us with their fees.
I'm going to let it sit in the community for a few years. 2 days before this past Christmas, I came out with Scoober Doug. Not to be confused with, we know who we're talking about. Never a fee. You need your laundry dropped off. I'm not going to charge you. You tell me where it is, I pick it up, you pick it up after work. It's done. I just drop it off. Yeah, you might get a tip here and there, but not really. I just want to be nice to people. It's my turn to be nice.
So you've been doing this now for a few months.
Actually, 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
I have over 5,000 followers. Thank you, people. I love all.
So what is the #1 thing people want you to pick up and deliver?
lot of packs of cigarettes.
A lot of cigarettes.
A lot of smokers in Key West.
How about booze?
Booze, I do very, very rarely. For some reason, they're good on that.
Yeah, you got to be.
And licensing, you know, I do not do any ride shares whatsoever.
Any what?
Ride sharing, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I would have to have 100 deliveries a day to make that premium insurance.
Yeah,
payment.
right, I got
So
you.
I backed away from that.
Right.
Apparently, there's no need. There's enough of them anyways here in town. You got Uber, you got taxis, you got this, you got that.
Yeah, you do.
So I figured, you know what? If you're riding a bicycle and it's windy and it's rainy, let Scoober Doug handle it. Call me up, call your local merchant,
Yeah.
pay over the phone, tell me where you live, and I'm happy to bring it to you. I don't want
So
to
how
die.
many deliveries are you doing a day?
On an average, I cut back. I kind of had to have a conversation with some of the other people that run the city here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good news. Apparently, even though I don't charge, I have to have a license.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody wants a piece of the action.
Everybody, yeah.
Well,
You don't charge, you're doing a free service, but they want you to have a license and a
Yeah.
permit and an insurance. And
So what happened was
that funny.
a customer who wanted not to tell her husband what I was picking up at the peak of my night, I'm supposed to drop everything and deliver to her. Apparently, I had to do this. So I didn't. I rejected that call. The next day I get an email, very nice email, and I talked to them at the city. They're wonderful people. And I did tell you, Sophia, if I ever open up a business in Key West, I will comply with county, state, and city regulations.
Yeah, they
She lied. She said I was driving people around town on
Okay.
my scooter. And I said, you need to get your facts right.
yeah.
And remember these 3 words. Never a fee. Hey.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess it didn't work.
you're just doing a community
I'm
service.
just trying to help people. There's a lot of people struggling here, and they're doing their best.
It's a tough town.
It's a very hard town.
It is.
Thank God I'm talented in a lot. Trades, I paid attention growing up, and it's pulled me out of a lot.
Right.
You know, I did work at the bar for 6 years. That's probably the last company I ever worked for in 30 years that I got a weekly paycheck. I've always created my own.
Right.
Now it's time. I want people to be aware of what's going on around them. People aren't paying enough attention.
No, we're face to palm.
And I'm finding myself doing the same thing.
Me as well, and you know, it's almost an illness or a sickness. You see everybody walking around looking at their handheld device. They sit down to eat a pizza, and there'll be 4 people, and none of them would be talking. They'll be looking at their devices while
I
eating.
see it every day, and I used to say things about those people. Now I'm doing it.
Yeah,
But I'm realizing
me
I have
as
to
well.
go with the flow.
You know, I realize it too, and I have to cut back. I go out to dinner with my wife, and that's the first thing she says, put that away. And
Yep.
I'm like, okay, but I do have to still conduct some business on it because I still get
Makes me
deliveries.
wonder.
Right. Well, I still get the deliveries on here, and I get them whether they get them or not. So sometimes
You got to stay on top. You're
I
running
have
a
to.
business.
I have to.
And we're fortunate. We didn't grow up in the state.
No,
internet.
and the beautiful thing, I can be on the other side of the damn world and know what's going on,
Yep.
which is a beautiful thing
It is.
as well. But the problem is you never disconnect. That's the downside.
So my next adventure with Scoober Doug,
Yeah.
I was approached by an IT company up in the Northeast.
Okay.
They want to sit down with me and do a phone application.
Okay.
Okay? You as a restaurant owner, you know the profit margins. You want your food out the door. That's all. Let the rest fight about it.
Yeah.
Now the-
Well, but I'm going to backtrack it up. This is where I'm giving you props because whenever Uber, DoorDash was the predatory one. I mean, they all are, but they were horrible, and they were making more money than me or my staff, and all they had to do was pay somebody $12 or $15 an hour to come pick it up and take it to the door, and leave. It was all being paid on a credit card.
Sure.
And
sure.
I was getting robbed blind, and the customers were coming in pissed off at me because
It's your fault.
why did I get charged $75 for a pizza? It's
Called DoorDash.
told them, that's exactly what I said. Like, you got to call me next time.
That's all.
I'll only charge you $55.
There you go.
No?
Still
Anyway.
save $10.
Sure. So you're going to do do an IT
I have
and app,
nothing
huh?
to lose. All right?
Well, yeah. Why not?
So what they're telling me, this is all new to me, is they stopped building this application, and in the tech world, about halfway when they're through, they put it out there.
Okay.
They let them start nibbling at it.
Okay.
So they're all going to fight over it. You're going to get off for Stug. That's what they're telling you. Don't take the first $8 million, they said.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens
It's
there,
going to be a journey that I'm going to include everybody, because everybody's been with me since day one. And I'm going to support everybody and anybody in this community because they've been behind me 100%.
It's a crazy idea, but we'll see what happens to it. You know, it may take off and grow wings.
Sounds pretty good, you know?
You know, what do I know? I mean, you never can tell what's going to happen.
I have
mean,
no idea. I'm just on for the ride.
I never know. I mean, you know, if I knew, I wouldn't be here probably, or maybe I would.
Who would have thought me and you, two old timers, sitting here doing a podcast? I didn't know what a podcast was till a year ago.
Tim's the one that told me what it was.
Yeah, he approached me. I said,
my producer.
I don't know, Tim, I'm kind of nervous about this. But he was very good.
This is what we're doing.
Kind of mellowed me out.
No clue. I had no clue.
Be the first interview, but I guess I had no shot. That's
well, you're not the first. You're the first today.
Yes,
today.
I'll
be honest with you. I've got 2 other people that have promised they were going to come today.
So we can burn up some more time if they don't show up. I got a lot to say.
I know one's going to be here at 7, and the other one, I'm not sure, but we'll see. But anyway, let's just digress and go back to talking about you a little bit. So you grew up in Vero Beach, and you came to Key West 8 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your first. You said your first visit to Key West was.
I got a perfect example.
Tell me about it.
1991.
1991.
My son was conceived here on a 3-day weekend in Key West.
It's happened a bunch.
This is when you used to bring the camera to the drugstore to get your pictures developed.
Oh, yeah.
My girl took a picture of me at 5 in the morning, leaning up against the glass storefront. It was 5 in the morning when people used to still be out.
Yeah.
And all it was a circle of a neon light. And it said on the top, condom, on the bottom, cents.
Condom cents.
That was apparently the rib of the condom. 2 weeks later, I found out I was a dad.
You didn't use condom cents, huh?
No, I did not. But I'll tell you, my son is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
That's awesome.
I quit drinking completely. I wasn't a drunk.
Right.
I might have.
Don't have to be.
I just thought, you know what? I'm a dad. It's time.
You know, everybody has their.
And I worked harder and harder and harder.
Yep.
I built my business. If you said, Doug, I need a ditch, Doug, from here to Largo, I'm your guy. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
I enjoy hard work.
I hear you. I know this pretty much since the moment I've seen you. I know this is going to come off sounding weird, but half the time you're shirtless.
Yes.
You're sweating somewhere, carrying some lumber or doing something.
Something.
On a roof or doing something.
I've done quite a few roof repairs.
I see you all over the downtown area helping people out, fixing their shit. But you know that's what you do, and you're good at it.
There's a time during spring break. After spring break, my phone burns up. All the mom and pop places.
Got to get all that broken shit fixed, man.
Sailing fan. The kids, they tear everything apart.
Well, that and you know hopefully we've made a little bit of money. If we're lucky, it's getting harder and harder.
I wasn't charging enough. I was told. But you know what? I want them to call me back.
Well, there again, everybody has their price, and you did what you thought you needed. You're doing what you need to do.
I'm not greedy. There's plenty to go around.
Sure.
I turn people on to work.
Yep.
I can't do it all. I do a lot of it. I'm slowing down. I'm 61 now.
Right on.
And I'm just taking it one step at a time.
One step at a time. Well, good for you, man. Now, I wish you well on your
Thanks,
Scoober Doug.
We've known each other for
app,
years.
whatever it is.
Never have a talk like this.
Well, we've had a couple short talks out in front of the Whistle, or out in front of the Lost Weekend one day.
Yep.
And then I talked to you somewhere else where I really learned about you. And I do know this, you're always working and you're always hustling, you know, which is...
And it's an honest living.
Right, you're not, in the word of the hustle, you're hustling for $1, but you're not hustling people at all.
Exactly.
So, well, anyway, I'm glad you came and sat down and talked with me because I had no clue about your...
a lot of people
your delivery thing until, I mean, I know you had mentioned it to me a few times, but good for you, man. Good luck with that.
Kind of going in a direction I didn't really plan on it going.
Does it ever?
The day in my life experiences, I don't want the younger people to make the decisions I made.
Well, you know,
and I want to let them know that it's okay to step out of line every now and then.
Absolutely.
You can always get back in line.
Absolutely.
But if you are a special individual, if you are born with entrepreneurship in your blood, use it, because you'll regret
Absolutely.
it.
You're correct.
Take it and run with it.
Yeah, don't wonder what if, and I wished I would have.
Yes.
You know, I mean,
exactly.
and
exactly.
That's part of where we're at. Well, I'm gonna remind you that I don't like this to be a one and done show. I like for people to come back.
Sure.
I can't wait for you to come back and tell me how the app's going. Tell me how things are going in life.
I got a lot of things. I'm going to St. Louis here soon to do a historical restoration.
So,
a lot going on.
Come back and sit down and talk with me again.
Of course,
I can't wait to hear.
anytime.
So before you leave, I got one hard question.
Yes.
One last hard question. This is the hardest question you're gonna hear all day. If you were a pizza, what kind of pizza would you be?
I would be a white sauce pizza.
Oh, white sauce.
Spinach and garlic and some half whole cream mix in.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful pie.
Wow.
You can put onions or bacon on it.
Wow.
I used to sling dough back in the day.
Oh, boy, yeah. Yeah, you're getting all fancy on us. That's a good pie right there. Yes, it is.
That's a Monday night special.
Boy.
And it flies out the door. You can't keep enough of it.
You gotta have your A game on for that one. Well, boys and girls, I'm glad everybody got to know Scoober Doug here, and expect him to be delivering in your neighborhood sometime soon. And good luck with your app. Good luck with everything. On behalf of the staff here and Tim, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, Doug, man. Appreciate it so much.
I have one last thing I want to say.
What's that?
Kit, thank you, Tim, and thank you for inviting me. And I would like to thank the community.
Yes.
For backing me from 10 weeks ago to where it is today.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Thanks, everybody. I love you, and hopefully we'll do this again. Adios.
Thank you.